Kannan ke settle korte de. Okay, we are live. Kannan, you can settle down. Rahul, once Kannan is settled down, then you get him on.
I'm settled down. I'm settled down.
Kannan's there. The news that we are breaking, we have been saying this for the last 1 month. It was our story. 15th of May 2024. Kannan Bharat Ramraj, Gautam Gambhir is the new head coach for India. Jai Shah putting out a tweet welcoming Gautam Gambhir as the new head coach for the Indian cricket team. First reactions. Bharat Ramraj, you go first. Gautam Gambhir, new head coach.
Yeah, I think it's a good appointment.
Bharat, you're on mute.
No, I think it's a good appointment.
You're on mute. Kannan, you go. I don't think we are getting Bharat's audio.
I think this is something which we've been talking about for.
I can't hear you.
We have been.
Rahul, what's going on?
We have
rejoin
been.
Again. Rejoin again. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I think it's a great appointment.
I can't hear you.
Maybe some problem.
Rahul, is there a problem with the link? Because I can't hear anybody. Shomik, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
But I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Anit Rudro, can you hear me? Anit Rudro, can you hear me? If the audience can hear me. Okay, they can hear, but I can't. What is going on?
I can hear.
I can hear. Speak once. Shomik, speak once. Kannan, speak once.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Done. Kannan, first thoughts. Gautam Gambhir.
I think Rev Sports broke it first. I mean, almost more than 3 weeks ago, and it has been discussed in several shows, including today morning. We were discussing about who's going to be the next coach. I think they gave some time for the victory to settle in from West Indies, the World Cup. And again, after the team flew to Zimbabwe, I think we lost one match and won the next match. Now it's very certain that Gambhir is the obvious choice. There was some doubt even till yesterday. But I think once Rev Sports put out the video yesterday that he said goodbye to Calcutta Knight Riders, it becomes obvious that he had to come out with it. And for the BCCI secretary to come out with it is a clear sign of a long template, preparing for 2026. He's already talked about, Jaisha has talked about what he expects from this team at the ICC Test Championship in 2025, where Rohit will be the captain. So obviously Gautam Gambhir, part of the 2011 as a player, someone who's been a winning captain for Calcutta, a winning coach, someone who's been with Lucknow Super Giants. He brings enormous amount of respect. He's the man who's going to be responsible for the transition of this team. 3 players from T20, Virat Kohli, Rohit have gone.
Initial comments, Kannan. Let me take initial comments and I'll come back to you. Bharat, your thoughts, because before I go back to Kannan again. First comments, because we've got to continue. Let me take first comments from everyone.
Yeah, I hope you can listen to me. Now is it? Yeah, I think it's a good appointment. Obviously, he has had a lot of experience as a mentor. Yes, he also brings in a lot of respect. When you think of someone like Gautam Gambhir, obviously the players will respect him. That's the main factor you have to think of. Yeah, as a captain as well, he brings in a lot of experience. So I think it's a good appointment. We hope there will be some changes in terms of T20 cricket, especially. I hope that India will look at T20 format as a kind of separate format where they will bring in newer players and try to look at T20 cricket as a kind of separate format, because I think it's going further and further away from Test cricket. And also, this is a crucial phase in Test cricket, as we know that India are going through a sort of transitional kind of transition, because some of the seniors are getting on in age. So someone like Ashwin, Jadeja, and all these senior batters as well, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. So I hope that this appointment will really do good for India, and Gautam Gambhir obviously becomes a successful coach.
Okay, show me first thoughts.
See, this has been an open secret, and today BCCI has made it official. Indian cricket is moving into a new direction, in the sense Gautam will be a very young coach. He is into his early mid-40s rather, and he will be a young coach. And what he will have to oversee transition. The BCCI thinks he will be the best man to oversee transition. Um, in a couple of years, Virat and Rohit will hang up their test boots also. They will quit the longer format also. So the way he has worked with Kolkata Knight Riders, he has thought he would be the best man, and he has that winning mentality. So I hope there will not be any clash of egos, and I hope things will be smooth.
Before I go to Kannan, Rahul, if you can play that video that Debashish had given us yesterday, which we broke, we have used it in our 5 p.m. show also. Just check that video of Gautam Gambhir coming to Kolkata last week. Rahul Giri, if you're at the back end, play that video, Gautam Gambhir coming to Kolkata to do that farewell video for the Kolkata Knight Riders. Okay, Rahul's getting that ready. Kannan, what are Gautam Gambhir's positives and what is he going to bring to the table? Kannan.
I think he's the most positive guy. I've seen him as a batter when he's played for Delhi Ranji Trophy, when he's played for India. He's a very positive person. He's a very misconstrued person that he thinks negatively or he did not get due credit. What he could not make up in his playing career, he never got, the captaincy role or anything. Not all good cricketers become coaches, and he's taken it to like fish to water. And if you look at him when he played from India to IPL, what he did with Kolkata Knight Riders, winning the trophy, then he was out of it. He entered politics. He quit politics. This was very well planned that he's going to be out of politics to get back into cricket. And I think I must congratulate BCCI, Jaisha, Roger Binney, and all of them for setting up this template, because everyone knew this was Rahul Dravid's last assignment. Everyone at home wants an Indian coach, and Gautam Gambhir's best pluses. He's a total team man. He backs the players. We've seen it. Shreyas Iyer was down in the dumps this year in the IPL, but the way he propped up Shreyas Iyer, and that is the charm, that is the charisma of Gautam Gambhir. He brings in that winning mentality. He will bring that winning mentality. He's going to have his own template. He's talking about separate, red ball, separate white ball. He's going to have his own coaching staff, and that is it. He is the man. You're looking at 2026 World Cup. You're looking at 2025 World Test Championship. He's definitely there. He ranks very high. He's got enormous respect, and do not forget, he's a known trier. He will bring the best out of this team, and there's everything positive about him. There's nothing negative about him. And one image from the IPL which will stand out for me in my mind is him making up with Virat Kohli, if at all there was ever any difference between them, giving him a hug. It goes to show that even though they may have been playing together at one time, he's a team man. He's much younger compared to Rahul Dravid. But this is modern cricket. To have a foreign coach, no, I don't think you need it. You have a Gautam Gambhir. He is a proven cricketer. And now he will become a proven coach. He's done it at all levels. This will be his ultimate challenge, and he's grabbing it very, very willingly.
Kannan makes some very pertinent points there about Gautam. Plenty of questions coming. One comment that everybody will ask is Gautam Gambhir being, known as a hard taskmaster. I know the guy, and I will say about him, he's forceful, yes. He will assert himself, yes. But he's not going to rock the boat. It's not his way or the highway. He's never like that, and I can tell you that. I've seen him. He will back his players, but he will not rock the dressing room. Bharat Ramraj, there is a difference between pragmatism, rationality, and foolishness. Whatever it is, Gautam is not foolish. He knows he will have to adapt thoughts.
See, he's already led the side successfully. He's led the KKR successfully. He's been a mentor of various sides. So obviously he has some experience of man management. And I don't think he will be like someone who will go after a cricketer just like that. So he definitely will assert himself, but I don't see him as someone who will just keep going after keep criticizing a player or make him feel that when he's going through a bad form, make him feel like he's even more down than what he actually is. So I don't think he will be like that. But the one positive aspect I think Gautam Gambhir will bring is specialization, because I feel, as I just said, T20 cricket and Test cricket, they're going they're moving further and further apart. So what we really need in T20 cricket is players who are really specialist T20 players. So in that sense, I think Gautam Gambhir has already talked about it. So that is what I really want to see, how India's T20 team shapes up, especially with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli retiring from that format. As far as man management skills are concerned, he has the experience. He's led KKR successfully, and I don't see it will be a major talking point. I see him doing it in a smoothly, quite smoothly. And
Shomik, before I let you go, you've got to file that news copy. Are you apprehensive about Gautam Gambhir? Do you think Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, male egos, big players, superstars, that culture of the dressing room, is there a problem according to you for Gautam, or he will be absolutely fine?
See, the way I know Gautam, he would like to have, I mean, he will have to, we don't know what would be his style of functioning. To be a successful coach in the Indian team, you have to go Ravi Bhai or Rahul Dravid's way. You can't have Anil Kumble's way, and then you will pick up confrontation. Because managing Gambhir, managing Kolkata Knight Riders, or captaining KKR and coaching Indian team, the Indian team is a different kettle of fish, and we have strong egos, strong characters. But I think he is a very whatever little I have known as far as Gautam is concerned and my interactions with him, he is a very pragmatic sort of guy. I can revisit to his decision to drop Brendan McCallum for the 2012 IPL final and playing Manvinder Biswa. I mean, obviously, McCallum, the original buzz bowler, he was not happy with that, but he ensured that it didn't become an issue the way he managed that. And at the end of the day, managing India team, coaching Indian team is 90% man management. I hope he will be successful, and gradually, when the business begins, after that, he will sort of take full control of the team. I think that will be the case. And one more thing is that India's two big challenges in the near future are a fight in Australia and a Champions Trophy in Pakistan, where you have to make fire with fire. So from that point of view, someone like Gautam, who is the winner, his presence would be very happy.
Okay, Shomik, we'll let you go. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for joining the show. You need to file the copy ASAP. Gautam Gambhir, pros and cons. It is a news copy, but also make it an opinion piece. The points that you mentioned, we will need that for the Rev Sports website. Shomik Chakraborty, thank you very much. Kanan, lots of questions coming. Gautam Gambhir as head coach. Who do you see as support staff? People are saying Abhishek Nair. People are talking about Jonty Rhodes, Bonnie Mokel. How do you see Gautam Gambhir shaping his support staff? And two of the most important questions, Kanan. India will go to Australia. And now with Rahul Dravid having gone with the World Cup, the WTC final and the Champions Trophy becomes massively important. Your thoughts?
No, I think every coach is entitled to have his own support staff, For example, Gautam has worked with two teams, IPL teams in KKR, and he's also worked before that with the Lucknow Super Giants. So definitely, Gautam will have his pick. One name I was hearing is of Vijay Dahiya. He's worked with Vijay Dahiya. Vijay Dahiya is also a well-known, identity from Delhi and part of the IPL circuit. The other name, obviously, is Jonty Rhodes for fielding. One name probably where I can see a change is whether they're going to continue with the batting coach Vikram Rathore or change him, because Vikram Rathore has been with two generations, first with Shastri and then with Dravid. But whoever he picks, he'll be given a free hand because Gautam Gambhir brings in fresh energy. And we've talked about many points. The most important point to me is he is going to build a new team, a new generation. He's dealt with the youngsters. You're going to see, in the T20 format, 3 veterans have retired. And when I mean veteran, not in a derogatory sense, he's going to deal with Abhishek. He's going to deal with, people like Ruturaj Gaikwad. He's more contemporary. So obviously, he will go with those coaches who can deal with the youngsters at par. There will be no age gap difference. He will come down to to their level. He'll interact with them at their level. There will be no generation gap. That's what he will aim to bridge. So if he's going to get his support staff, he should get it. There is nothing wrong because the buck stops with Gautam Gambhir GG. Nobody else, once he takes over as as the coach, once the reins are in his hand, he's going to control the show. Red ball, white ball, whatever it is. He will design the template. He will be in touch with BCCI. He will be in touch with Ajit Agarkar. I see him play a very, very proactive role. He will be vocal because he's been a vocal cricketer. And being vocal does not mean raising the decibel level. He will show intent. I mean, he will bring the best out of Team India, whatever the format, white ball, red ball, T20, ODI, Test cricket. He has taken up this challenge fully knowing that he can deliver. He will not step into anything half-heartedly.
Okay, let me play 2 videos before I go back to Bharat Ramraj. The first video, Gautam Gambhir coming to Kolkata. For everyone watching, Gautam Gambhir came to Kolkata last Friday and he went to the Eden Gardens to shoot a farewell video for KKR. Look at this. Gautam Gambhir coming out of the airport. He had come to Kolkata. We broke this news last night saying that it's just a matter of time before Gautam Gambhir is appointed the head coach. Look at our video from last night, 9 p.m., which went viral. I mean, I don't know how many thousand people watched it and retweets and this and that happened. But this is a video that we had put out last night, which clearly said Gautam Gambhir is going to be the new head coach. He had come to Kolkata. He had shot this, farewell video for the Kolkata Knight Riders. And as we said, Gautam Gambhir was there to do this. The second video is actually Saurav Ganguly. Bharat Ramraj, listen to this. Rahul, if we can have the Saurav Ganguly video where he said that Gautam Gambhir will make a very good head coach for India. Listen in to Saurav Ganguly.
There is so much talk on India's coach. Would you comment on that? I mean, because the head coach because you picked Rahul Dravid and you got Rohit Sharma as captaincy. So
I don't know who's applied.
But there's a lot of talk about Gautam Gambhir as
Gautam Gambhir, and if Gautam Gambhir wants it,
is he a good candidate?
He's a very good candidate. So I think he'll do a good job because he's passionate, he's honest. He's honest of what he wants. He's done well with the Knight Riders this year. But at the international level, it's a bit different. So he has to understand that. When he deals with the likes of Kohli's and Rohit Sharma.
Saurav Ganguly had claimed this 1 month back. Let's put it in perspective. Rev Sports had broken this story on 15th and 16th of May of 2024. So 2 months back, literally 2 months back, this was our story. We had broken it with a column of mine, and thereafter all of us have been saying this continuously. So that is something that we are pretty clear about. So we maintained it right through. Gautam Gambhir was a done deal. Every time I was asked, I kept saying that. Bharat Ramraj, take it from there. Under Gautam Gambhir, do you see separate captains? Do you see white ball, red ball becoming different? What do you see different compared to the Rahul Dravid era, Bharat Ramraj?
Yeah, he's already talked about getting in specialists. So I think T20 format, he might look at certain specialists coming into the equation. Like we have already seen in Zimbabwe, Abhishek Sharma doing really well. So players like Abhishek Sharma might come into the equation. But another point I really want to look forward to is India's next bowling coach. I fear India's bowlers under Paras Pamre, with due credit to him, I don't think the Indian pace bowlers were really good, barring Jasprit Bumrah on red ball tours. I'm not talking about T20 cricket. I'm talking about red ball tours of South Africa or that one-off test match in England and Edgbaston. The kind of control that we saw with Bharat Tarun as the coach during his tenure, I didn't see that. Even the fast bowling mindset of someone like Prasidh Krishna bowling in South Africa, it took him a while. To understand what exactly is needed for the conditions at say Centurion or the conditions at Cape Town. By then the test itself was over. So I feel that's another factor to look at. I hope Gautam Gambhir gets the right kind of bowling coach, because obviously India are going to tour Australia, and their fast bowling is the way the channels you have to bowl outside of the back of length bowling, hard length bowling. This kind of things are very much different to kind of methods, the kind of style of bowling that you see in India. So India need a good fast bowling coach. I hope Gautam Gambhir gets the right candidate. I know with KKR, Bharat Tarun was there, but I don't think he will again come into the equation, even if it is Morkal or whoever it is. I just hope that Gautam Gambhir gets the right candidate, because India need a good fast bowling coach. As without, yes, Jasprit Bumrah is at another level, I understand, but some other bowlers, even Mohammad Siraj has not been at his absolute best in Test cricket. Even in the England series, he was not at his best. So that's one huge factor I think India has to look at, even more than the head coach, next fast bowling coach.
Tell me something. With Gautam Gambhir, you will get straight talk. He's also a good guy for, like you said, for young people. Because if you take that KKR, Devashish Sen joins us. Let me go to Devashish first before I go to Kannan. Devashish, if you can hear me, your first thoughts, it was a done deal. We had broken this story on the 16th of May. We have been saying it every day. It was a done deal. We said it. But your first thoughts now that it's formal, Gautam Gambhir as head coach. You broke that video last night, which made it amply formal that he had come to KKR to shoot that farewell video. The video went viral. All of the influencers took it up. But your first thoughts on Gautam Gambhir?
Yeah, Boyada, it was on the expected lines. Obviously, we at Rep Sports have been following this news, tracking this news right from day one. And obviously, with Gambhir coming on Friday, last Friday in Calcutta, and shooting a farewell video at the Eden Gardens, itself proved that it was a moment of time because before the announcement was made. And the video will be shown published by KKR on their social media platform. Gautam Gambhir this giving his farewell speech, and for the KKR fans, obviously he was loved by KKR fans here in Kolkata, and so it was obvious, and we were all expecting that the announcement will be coming soon. Yes, obviously there were some reports that he had some issues with BCCI regarding his payments, but now that it's been sorted, that we are all hoping that and it's all said that he will take over from the Sri Lanka series. Boryada.
Absolutely, Kannan. Tell me something. I mean, like we were saying, that young people, Harshit Rana, Vaibhav Arora, if you take a look at that KKR side this year, so many youngsters performing and so many youngsters making their mark. That's something with Gautam. In fact, last year, I remember, Gautam's a good friend of mine. Last year, I remember when the Lucknow match happened, Virat Kohli versus Naveen Haq, he went and stood behind Naveen Haq, and I remember him telling me that मेरा प्लेयर के साथ कोई भी कुछ करेगा तो मैं अपना प्लेयर के लिए कूद जाऊंगा. That is very Gautam, and that's very important on a tour like Australia.
Yeah, Gautam is going to fight for himself. He's going to fight for every young boy. He's coming at a time when it's a transition stage. You're looking, once upon a time people were talking about, split captaincy, split coaching. No, there's going to be no split coaching. You're going to have the same coach. He's going to be dealing with red ball. He's going to be dealing with white ball. The most important part is handling the transition in Team India. You're going to have the seniors for the Australia Tour test, but when you're looking at T20s, you're looking at growing more youngsters, as you said. The good part for Gautam is he's got a talent pool, such a deep talent pool he'll have to pick, and I'm sure he'll do justice to each one of them. He will not indulge in any kind of favoritism. And one man whom I think definitely needs an inclusion back in Team India, whatever be the format, red ball or white ball, has to be Shreyas Iyer. I still don't understand why Shreyas Iyer has been isolated. And if I see Gautam Gambhir go out and back Shreyas Iyer, plead with the selectors, bring him back, there's nothing wrong in it. He is going to ask players who thinks are going to be, match winners. That is going to be most important with Gautam Gambhir. He will lead the transition phase. When Shastri went and Dravid came over, it was different. This is a totally different scenario. Rebuilding, reshaping, redefining Indian cricket in the hands of Gautam Gambhir. I am very excited about it.
Bharat Ramraj, now that Rahul Dravid has gone as World Cup winning coach, do you reckon this will put in more pressure on Gautam Gambhir?
Yeah, I guess there will be some pressure, outside noise. that is already a World Cup winner. Rahul Dravid is a World Cup winner. So there would be some pressure from the media, but I don't think it will affect a person like Gautam Gambhir. Obviously, I'm a bit of an outsider in terms of the kind of mindset Gautam Gambhir has. But whatever I've seen him as a player, whatever I've seen him as a captain and as a mentor at KKR, he's not. I don't think he's going to get affected by that. He will obviously will bring his own kind of nose, one kind of his own kind of ethos, his own kind of. Obviously, he will have a different kind of work ethic. He will have a different kind of mentality to Rahul Dravid, but I'm not too sure it will affect him. But yeah, there's a tour to Australia coming up. The tour to Australia is going to be really tough again, and the tough tour coming up. So that is where I think someone like Gautam Gambhir will be really tested. Not just Gautam Gambhir, the entire Indian team will be really tested on the mental side of things. But I'm pretty sure someone like Gautam Gambhir will come through it.
Good point by Bharat Ramraj. Good point by Bharat Ramraj. जीजी पंत को निकाल देगा says कॉमेडी का दुकान. Absolutely not. पंत को कौन निकालेगा? पंत हमारे लिए टेस्ट मैच क्रिकेट में जैसे इनिंग्स खेला है, किसी का दम नहीं है किसी को निकालने के लिए जब परफॉर्मेंस है. और गौतम गंभीर के लिए मैं एक चीज आपसे कह दूं, कॉमेडी का दुकान, वो परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर कुछ नहीं देखते हैं और वो 100% परफॉर्मेंस के साथ जाएंगे. और ऋषभ पंत, मेरे को तो ये बोलना है कि अगर आप ओवरसीज क्रिकेट देख ले तो टेस्ट मैच क्रिकेट के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, उन्होंने महेंद्र सिंह धोनी से भी ज्यादा इंपैक्टफुल इनिंग्स हमारे लिए खेल चुके हैं. वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज देख ले, इंग्लैंड सीरीज देख ले, साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज देख ले. सो कोई किसी को ऐसे नहीं निकाल सकता है आप जब परफॉर्मेंस करोगे. और गौतम कुछ भी हो जाए, अल्टीमेटली मैं आपके लिए ये कह सकता हूं, गौतम गंभीर विंडिक्टिव तो है ही नहीं. Would Shami be available? Too early to say. Indian fans, experts' views on Gautam's appointment. I think there is overwhelming positive reaction. Devashish Sen has spoken to a lot of people in the US and the Caribbean, because I had asked him to. That asked fans, Devashish, what did you get? Are the fans excited by Gautam's appointment?
Yeah, absolutely. Both me and Ishan have been interacting with the fans back in the USA and the Caribbean, and all they had to say is that they were excited at the appointment of Gautam Gambhir. Obviously, that he wasn't appointed the coach then, but then they felt that he was the best man to be replacing Rahul Dravid, and obviously he will have big shoes to fill with that. Rahul Dravid, he has led India he has coached India to two ICC tournaments, obviously that World Test Championship final and the 50 overs World Cup. But then icing on the cake has to be that lifting the T20 World Cup. So that it will be challenging, especially with the Australia series coming, and next year we play England in 5 Test match series. So those are the two big Test match assignments for Gautam Gambhir. That will decide how good a coach he is, because your real test comes when you go out and perform abroad and win test series abroad. So therein will lie Gautam Gambhir's biggest challenge, but he will also have challenges when it comes to securing the place in the final of the World Test Championship final, with the Test series coming up against Bangladesh. So the two major challenges that Gautam Gambhir faces in the near future. Boryada.
Bharat, last few questions. I mean, do you reckon that with the appointment of Gautam, now that India will have its vision 2025 for Test cricket, 2025 for Champions Trophy, and 2026 for T20, do you reckon there will be a fundamental change in outlook? Because we have approached the T20 game in a particular way. We have approached, there is a template. We have seen that, even in this particular World Cup. Do you reckon Gautam will bring in the KKR kind of mindset there? Do you reckon we will see the Sunil Narayan kind of moves? He is like that, and he will want some out of the box thinking. Do you think such things will happen? If I ask you to deep dive, Bharat Ramraj, because you follow the game very closely, what do you think will happen in the GG era that we have not seen in the Rahul Dravid era?
Yeah, you brought up Sunil Narayan. Immediately, I remembered someone like Abhishek Sharma. Obviously, Abhishek Sharma is a better batter than Sunil Narayan, but I immediately remembered him. I think he will bring such changes, because I've already seen a couple of pieces from the past where There were sources like Gautam Gambhir is looking at bringing in specialists, is trying to look at some changes, certain changes, making some changes to the T20, especially to the T20 side. So I see a certain shift in template. See, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, especially Virat Kohli, he comes from a different school of batting. He comes from, say, 2008 school of batting. Those days, T20 cricket, it was not like it was much different to ODI cricket. But now the way the batters are approaching T20 cricket, the way they're taking the ball well in front of the body, they're very adventurous, a lot of bravado. So I think with Gambhir, we'll see a little more of aggressive mindset from the batters. You look at how KKR approach a game. Someone like Phil Salt and Sunil Narine, they're already 110 for 0 after 10 overs. And even if you look at their fast bowlers, I again go back to Bharat Tarun there. Look at the final, not just Mitchell Stark, Vaibhav Arora, the ball he bowled to Travis Head. It was bang on top of off stump. Travis Head had no other choice but to edge it. We look at KKR, they have that from ball one, they're on the money. And with Gautam Gambhir also, I think the Indian team will have that kind of an approach. Though I still add a point to it that India really need a good fast bowling coach. I hope he picks the right candidate for that. Gautam Gambhir gets the right man for that, because some important tours and important tournaments are coming up, and we can't just depend on Bumrah.
Tell you what Gautam Gambhir has written. Gautam Gambhir writes, India is my identity and serving my country has been the greatest privilege of my life. I am honored to be back, albeit wearing a different hat, but my goal is the same as it has always been, to make every Indian proud. The men in blue shoulder the dreams of 1.4 billion Indians, and I will do everything in my power to make these dreams come true. And the BCCI has also just issued a press release. Let me give you that as well. The Cricket Advisory Committee, comprising Ashok Malhotra, Jatin Paranjape, Sulakshana Nayak, unanimously recommended Mr. Gautam Gambhir as the head coach of the senior men's team. Former India batter will take charge from the Sri Lanka series, 3 ODIs and 3 T20s starting 27 July. BCCI had invited applications to succeed Rahul Dravid. The board takes this opportunity to express its heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Dravid for his outstanding service as head coach. And it goes on to congratulate Paras Mamre, T. Dilip, Vikram Rathore on a successful tenure. The BCCI values their contribution, wishes them the best going forward. Does that mean they are moving away? The BCCI welcomes Gautam Gambhir. The former India opener brings with him a wealth of experience. His remarkable contributions to the team includes 2007-2011 World Cup wins. In his new role, Gautam Gambhir will be responsible for the overseeing the development and performance of the Indian cricket team. His focus will be on developing a culture of excellence, discipline and teamwork, while also nurturing young talent, preparing the team for future challenges on the global stage. That's the press release from the BCCI. Devashish Sen, Bharat Ramraj, does that tell you that Paras Mamre, Vikram Rathore and T. Dilip will also now give way and Gautam will bring in his own team? Does that tell you from that press release? Devashish Sen first before Bharat Ramraj.
Yeah, already there has been talks about Abhishek Nair being joining Gautam Gambhir, and Gautam Gambhir is someone who would love to have his team. Just like as we saw when he was the captain, he is someone who always believes in having his own team, having his own support staff, and so it won't be different, obviously. And all this support staff, the likes of Vikram Rathore, Bharat Tarun, Paras Mamre, and T. Dilip, has done their job splendidly. Obviously, that World Cup win itself is a proof that they have done their job, and obviously it's now time for new set of support staffs. And already we have seen the name of Abhishek Nair being floated. Obviously, WB Raman is another guy who might as well be the batting coach. Obviously he was one of the selected candidate along with Gambhir. So now that Gambhir is appointed as the head coach, we might say WB Raman as the batting coach, and who better than WB Raman to be the batting coach in that series against Australia, because having the experience of playing down under, so that will be a good move. And also Abhishek Nair, he has won that IPL title with KKR, and Gautam now knows him well. Gautam, he is associated with the KKR Academy in Mumbai. So Gautam Gambhir will be the first one to raise his arm and get Abhishek Nair in that support staff.
Bharat Ramraj, same question. Do you think it will be a complete reshuffle?
Yeah, I guess so. As I noted, in my view, yeah, limited overs cricket, Indian fast bowlers really did well in the World Cups. But in Test cricket, somewhere I feel after Bharat Taran left, I don't think the Indian fast bowlers, barring Bumrah, have been hitting a high level. I will give you a couple of examples. I go back to the South Africa Test series. What was someone like Prasidh Krishna's role? His role was to hit the deck hard and get some bounce. But if you look at his grip, he was looking to swing the ball. It was angled grip. He was definitely looking to swing the ball. I don't know. See, I don't have anything personal against sitting here, personal against Paras Pamre, but I don't know what the bowling coach was doing. If a layman like me can see that the bowler is trying to swing the ball when his role is something else, or someone like Mukesh Kumar in that second test, he wasn't even using the crease. So these are the things that should be pointed out by the bowling coach, but somehow it didn't happen. So I think India will, with the Gautam Gambhir at the helm, I think India will look at reshuffling the support staff. As far as W.V. Raman, I just wanted to add a point. I think he's a very astute cricketer. I have interviewed him a couple of times. Yes, he makes some great points. I think he has also evolved as a coach, but perhaps a little bit unlucky against Gautam Gambhir. It was always going to be tough for him. The one point I really liked about him was in T20 cricket, he told me length is not important, but line is more than length. Line is more important, and these are the kind of things that tells W.B. Raman has evolved as a coach, and he has kept pace with the current T20 format. But a little bit unlucky that he was up against someone as good as Gautam Gambhir.
And of course, the KKR stint and the success with KKR has big time helped Gautam Gambhir, twice taking Lucknow to the playoffs and winning the title with KKR. There is a question from Abdul Ghaffar from Dawn News. Neutral fan, Gambhir appointment as a surprise, don't have international experience. You don't need. Somewhere you have to start, and Gautam has to start from somewhere. I mean, if you say then somebody who with international experience only can make a great coach, I don't think that is fair. I mean, Gautam Gambhir has had a great record. I don't think IPL pressure is any less pressure because the franchise tournament will exert tremendous amount of pressure, and I know it from personal experience. So I think Gautam is a good candidate. Coaching India is not easy. Whoever it is not going to be easy, and that I can say. I mean, having seen many coaches in India, whether it is Greg, whether it is John, whether it is Gary, whether it is Anil, whether it is Rahul, whether it is Ravi, all of these fellows, legends, some of them. It is not easy coaching India. So it is going to be difficult. Gautam knows that, and Gautam is not one to shy away from challenges. Anything you get with Gautam, he will take it on his chin and fight. In Australia, he will fight. You will get that fight from Gautam. Closing comments from Devashish Sen and Bharat Ramraj. Kohli versus Gautam, relaxation, please comment. I don't think there's a problem at all. Both know that the ultimate mission is India. Both know that they are thorough professionals. Both know that they have to do a job for the tricolour, whether it is Gautam, whether it is Virat. And they know that very, very well. And Rohit and Gautam get along like fish to water. Devashish Sen, thoughts on that before I give Bharat Ramraj the last word?
I think we will see a lot more aggression when it comes to taking on the Aussies down under. Means obviously having known Virat and also Gambhir, means obviously and we will see a lot more aggressive approach from this Indian total. And I am for one totally excited. And obviously, as far as the differences are concerned, no way they are representing India now. So I think both will be on that same boat and together taking India forward.
Absolutely. Bharat Ramraj, last word. P. Dilip, good work. Should we also sort of bid him goodbye? These are tough calls, but your last words on Gautam Gambhir and this appointment. And Bharat, I know you've got a Jimmy Anderson piece to do, but on public demand, we need a Gautam Gambhir piece from you as well. So after the live, get cracking, because we have to get a good Gautam Gambhir perspective copy. Shomik will do the news copy, but you give me one analyzing the pros and cons of Gautam Gambhir for tomorrow morning. So Bharat Ramraj, last words.
I think the main point about Gautam Gambhir is he has India at heart. See, even if it is Virat Kohli, even if it is Gautam Gambhir, they have India at heart. So finally, I don't see any kind of friction really coming into the equation or coming into picture when it comes to the Indian team. Yeah, they might have had some differences in some IPL, Indian Premier League. Yeah, they might have had some other difference in outside of cricket, but I don't think when it comes to the Indian team there would be any kind of friction. Yeah, there could be certain differences. Obviously, in a dressing room environment, you can't expect everything to go as per plan. So there would be a slight differences here or there. But I'm pretty sure that professional cricketers and
Let me hold
find
you
it.
there. Let me hold you there. Shubhayan Chakraborty says Abhishek Nair and Vinay Kumar, possible candidates for batting and bowling coach. Shubhayan Chakraborty traveling back from his holiday. He's joining day after. He's on his way back, but this is his report. This is his report. This is his report that Abhishek Nair and Vinay Kumar are possibilities for batting and bowling coach. That's what Shubhayan is breaking here on Rev Sports on this broadcast. Bharat Ramraj closing comments with that.
Yeah, I think see Vinay Kumar. I've talked to him quite a bit. I know him personally, a little bit at least. And what I think of Vinay Kumar, I think he was a clever seamer. He made the most of his limitations. I remember that spell he bowled to Cheteshwar Pujara in the Ranji Trophy, where he should have had him, but really worked him over. He worked over an Indian cricketer, set him up and got him out. So hopefully it will help the Indian team. Vinay Kumar as the bowling coach. As far as Gautam Gambhir is concerned, as I said, he will have India at heart, and I don't see much problem when it comes to any equation with Virat Kohli. So I
Okay, so
see.
let's yeah, Bharat.
I just said I was just wishing him all the best, and I hope he does well. That's it.
Yeah. Many congratulations to Gautam and whoever sort of the support staff is. We are getting the news that he's asked for Vinay Kumar and Abhishek Nair. We'll confirm to you the moment it gets finalized. But for now, that's the news. Gautam Gambhir, as reported by Rev Sports on 15th of May 2024, and that was the first time it was reported in the public domain. Gautam Gambhir becomes the head coach of India. And hopefully, we'll have a fantastic tenure. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., Hindi Live, analyzing the pros and cons of Gautam Gambhir. Rohit Juglan from Zimbabwe, myself, Devashish Sen, Kannan and Bharat Ramraj, all of them will be there. Gargi will be there. Ishan will also be there. And then in the morning, in the afternoon rather, 5 p.m., a deep dive on Gautam Gambhir. And by the way, tomorrow, Sunil Gavaskar's 75th birthday. So 5 at 5, packed show. Sunil Gavaskar, Gautam Gambhir as head coach. We will come back to you. 11 a.m. Hindi Live. I think Devashish Sen and Rahul Giri and some of the others are going live on Bangla as we speak. So if you want to watch the Bangla live, you can join Devashish and team. But for the moment, from the English team here, tomorrow morning with Hindi at 11, 5 p.m. English. Thank you very much for watching. Gautam Gambhir, the new head coach for India. New era begins. Thanks for watching. Thank you for staying with us. Subscribe, ring the notification bell, and back the platform. Because all news, all perspective, all opinion, all here from Rev Sports for you. Thanks for watching.